Hi. So I'm sure you have probably a couple of questions. First, not Ivan. My name's Alexis, so hi. Why am I here? Because Ivan gave me $5 to do this thing. The thing is, I should probably mention the mask before I forget. Yeah, wearing a mask. Why? People seem to think I'm him. It's like, it's annoying. I don't see the resemblance, but people keep saying it. So, yeah, wearing the mask, just to make things clearer. As for the purpose I'm here, it's because Ivan is paying me $5 to do these videos. And I'm not gonna turn down $5. The thing is, kinda help him out with his more supernatural elements in his stories. When he needs ideas or to figure out certain magical elements, he comes to me. And he thought it would be a fun idea for me to share that knowledge with you guys. Probably not a good idea, but $5 is $5. So I'm here. In a segment he liked to call Dealing with the Supernatural. Basically, I will tell you how to deal with the supernatural. I really couldn't make that any simpler. Since he's the first one up, he wants me to talk about ghosts. Not sure why, not really caring. $5. Alright, so ghosts. Yes, ghosts are real. A lot of you are going to say, no, they're not. Yes, they are. The thing is, ghosts are, well, like you might have guessed, the spiritual remains of somebody someone who's died. Usually because some sort of trauma, some unexperienced event, something that left them lingering. That's the most of the ghosts you know. Usually they have some sort of link to the mortal world because they're all metaphysical. They need some sort of link, usually their body, an item, or a place. And yeah, that's a ghost. Usually there's some sort of strong emotion that leaves them tethered to this world. There are also ghosts that are kind of like, if you remember VHS, they're like stuck on rewind, skipping the same scene over and over again. Usually these are not souls or spirits, they're just sort of a psychic impression left on the world. You really don't have to worry about those. There's enough sentience in them that if you interact with them, you might get them to break the loop and that'll be it. But they're usually harmless. So they don't move, they don't really change. So, yeah, you really don't have to worry about them. They're not going to attack you. The first one, they might attack you. The thing about those ghosts is they're removed from our plane of existence just enough that we don't interact with them. They can't touch things. They can't interact. The thing there is that not having a physical body, like anything they've ever gotten used to, the problem there is that it can drive them crazy. Having a body really filters out the world. And they're like, I want to say exposed nerves. The entire metaphysical plane is rushing down on them. They're isolated, they're separated, probably been through some trauma, and that's not good. It really affects their mind over time. And that's where you get all ooky spooky and all around ooky. The problem there is they're emotional, very emotional. They lose their mind. They start forgetting why they're there. Usually a new ghost, you can get a medium or someone to speak to them, and that'll move them on once they resolve their issues. Once a certain point is reached, they become fully fledged ghosts, raw emotion, and they start wearing down their own identity. Their own memories start fading away from them. And there's not much helping them move on at that point as easily as it was. They become nutty, and they develop these strong psychic abilities. You've seen the movies, they start moving things with like a flick of the wrist or thought. That's because emotions get involved. They fill in the gaps that their memories have left. And the psychic power, the spiritual power, whatever you want to call it, it bursts out in bursts of emotions. Alright. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything you need to know about ghosts. Now, here's how do you deal with them. If you find yourself moving into a house that happens to be haunted by a ghost, here's what you do. Leave. Move. You can find much better places. And some states have the Ghostbusters law. It means if the place is haunted or people think it's haunted, the seller, the renter, they gotta let you know. Look it up. Seriously, look at it. It's a fascinating court case. But here, okay, there are people that can perform exorcisms. If you want to go that route, look one up. I'm not saying it'll work. I'm not saying it won't work. Is sometimes they're deeply rooted. Even like really good exorcists, like the legit kind, won't be able to remove ghosts that are so deeply rooted. Sometimes they'll just make them fade away and they'll come back later, a la Exorcist. It's better just to leave them alone. Okay, but if you find yourself in a haunting and for some reason you won't move, you can try destroying the link. Whatever is keeping them tethered to this world is, if you can destroy that, you can probably force them out into the next, past the veil, into the next dimension, into the next plane of existence. But that can be a little difficult to find and creepy. Alright, usually it's their remains, which means you'd have to find their body and dig it up and salt it and burn it and maybe add a dash of holy water. If it's another item, something they cared about in life, you'd have to track it down where that is and destroy that. So it all takes a lot of research. And then, how about if it's a place? Some ghosts tend to haunt the places they died. You'd have to destroy the place. See where the problem could be? The area itself could be the thing keeping them there. Not a great thing to destroy. People question when you try to drop a nuke on a place. So the best bet is to, once you got wild and crazy ghosts, your best bet is to just leave. Leave them be. Over time, events wear away with them. It's a really long time for some ghosts, but it's maybe the easiest thing to do. There are people with the abilities to dispel a ghost, but finding a legit one can both be costly and more than money, and kind of dangerous. If it's a newer ghost, there are people who can see through the veil to where those ghosts resides and try to communicate them, try to get them to talk, try to get them to move on. But even experienced ones might not be able to do it. Some people are just crazy and become ghosts automatically. But yeah, did you want a better advice with dealing with ghosts? I personally try to avoid dealing with ghosts. If an issue comes up with ghosts, I try to walk away from it. I can deal with a lot of crazy stuff, but I try not to deal with ghosts. So yeah, that's it. Try to avoid dealing with ghosts. Yes, we all die. Every place has some sort of lingering regret or emotion tied to it. But if you got a fully fledged phantasm, maybe just walk away. That's my advice. That's how you deal with a ghost, people. Unless your name is Egon Spengler or whatever. I know I always said it wrong. Don't deal with a ghost. There are experts and people who can deal with ghosts, but you should probably not deal with ghosts. And here's some free advice. Don't call upon ghosts. Don't use Ouija boards, or you will bring more trouble onto you than you can ever solve. So yeah, that's my advice. Avoid ghosts when possible. Should be pretty simple. I know you can do it. Okay, so I'm Alexis Duran doing this video for Navi, and I guess that's it. So yeah, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, you know the rest. And I think I just earned myself $5. Oh, he did want me to say one thing. If you want these segments to continue, just comment below in what kind of supernatural thing you want to deal with, and I'll make a video about it. And yeah, feel free to send ideas, things like that. What do you want to hear? Because yeah, he gives me $5 every time I do these videos. So yeah, it brings me money and I'll do them. So all right, like, subscribe, comment below, and yeah, all right.